So I thought I would do a video on my current multi-tool collection. Um, I am not a big multi-tool user. My usage has changed as I've gotten older, and lately I only find that I need certain tools. So let me go ahead and show you some of the ones that I currently have. I do have others that are in bags. One's in a car get-home bag, and actually, yeah, so I've got two bags in the car, and there's a multi-tool in each of those, and there's one in the glove box. So these are just the ones that I have with me in my room. So I'm not, like I said, a big multi-tool user, but one thing that I do use them for is the scissors, and I like the dedicated scissors. So this little Craftsman I got at Ace Hardware, and I don't remember how much it was. I'm sure it was less than $10. But the scissors for this work really well. And what do I use scissors for? I use them to clip my nose hairs. So these work really well. The other tools on here are pretty lackluster. The knife is nothing to write home about. You know, they really, I just like the scissors. So this is one that I use often at home. I did have a Leatherman Micra, and the scissors just weren't very good on that. And then that got stolen. And then I also had a Leatherman Skeletool at one point, and the pliers broke on that. I did not feel like messing with the warranty. I was kind of disappointed. Maybe my expectations were too high on the Micra, or on the Skeletool. And then I've also had a Gerber dime that also bent when I tried to use it. I was pulling out I thought it was a small nail out of a piece of wood, but I suppose, so I just don't have, if I need pliers, I'm going to use a full-size multi-tool. But scissors, I like the dedicated ones, the dedicated multi-tools. But anyway, so that Craftsman works good for me right now. So I picked up a bunch of different ones, and I've gotten rid of some from Menards, the Guidesman brand. And the smaller ones, just like I said, I like a full-size pliers, so I got rid of the smaller ones. And I don't use the sheaths, so. But this one is still with me. Though the more multi-tools I own, the less I use them. So one of the unique things about this one it has a flashlight, and you can replace the batteries. And I don't use it often, but the batteries have been in here about a year, and they're fine. I don't remember the names of these multi-tools, but this one, spring-loaded pliers, you know, it does what I need it to do. So besides scissors, which this one does not have, one thing I like to use, which I do use often enough, believe it or not, is can openers. So that is another thing that I look for. This one I don't think really has a can opener. Maybe even, I don't know if you would call it a bottle opener, but this one has a really nice can opener. So I did find out that you can use, in a pinch, a bottle opener, depending on how it's designed as a can opener, which the Outdoor Edge Swinky has a bottle opener that I've used as a can opener. So, but anyway, I love the can opener on this one, and the knife on this one is very short, very small, which is not a problem because it's not my primary knife, so, and it's a little more work friendly. But anyway, so I've got this Guidesman, and so this one is a Guidesman, and it's I'm just going to call it the Acadia multi-tool because it came in a 3-pack with a flashlight, a knife, and a multi-tool, and it just says Acadia. This one reminds me of the Leatherman Wingman design, and I was impressed with it when I got it. It's like 17 bucks for all three, so it's like $6.50 about $6 per tool. But yeah, I like this one. I like the knife blade on it, locking liners. Let's see if I can get this done one-handed. Can opener. Is this one the impressive one? Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, it's a good can opener. But the next one I'm going to show you, I feel like it was even better. But this one's still in my collection, which is also a Menards Guardsman. And the last one is also an Acadia. And this is a new one that I found. Same price still. And this one reminds me of the Leatherman Wave. And I just like it even better. So this is basically a $6 multi-tool. It's got a different blade shape from the first one. And I guess I should open these up for you too, just to show you. Yeah, the can opener works good on this one too. Here it is open. What is that catching on? Look, it's catching right where the teeth meet. It never did that before. But since I use these tools so infrequently, and for the price, it's not an issue because it still works. So, I'm not going to spend $100 on a tool that I don't really depend on. They're more of a convenience thing. So, but yeah, I'm sure that'll wear down over time. But yeah, that's the first time I ever noticed that. Interesting. Yes, I know you get what you pay for, but I just feel like I'm not going to get my money's worth out of higher end tools. Especially if the ones that are lower end do the job. I am not a professional. I'm just an office type worker guy that likes stuff. So here's the other one. This one doesn't have any issues. So, and then the last ones that I have are basically all the same, even though one is a different brand, technically. And that is the Ozark Trail $4.87 multi-tool. So I noticed that, I think last year they had them too, different colors this time, and I just decided on the this white one with the mossy oak type of camo. My original gray one, I did end up coloring it red. They had a pink one, but I don't know. Normally I would buy it, but I just realized I have too many tools that I don't use. This one, though, is the same as these, but you'll see that the scales or the handles are different cutout designs, and it came out with the Sheffield, brand. But it's the same thing. I mean, all the tools are the same, everything. So this one, though, I've used or broke in, and it's kind of like a butterfly knife now. So, which is kind of cool, actually, because if you want to deploy it one-handed, I mean, it deploys one-handed. So, a lot of these tools, if you're going to use it for heavy use, wear gloves, because these will bite into your hands. But for your basic jobs, they work just fine. And then another thing that I saw someone mention in their video was the knives, because the tools on these are accessible from the outside, whereas this one, they're inside. If you have, well, to use the knife, keep in mind that, yes, if you use it like this, this is going to get in the way, but whenever I need to use a knife on a multi-tool like this, you just open it up. Now you have regular access, because again, this is not my primary knife. So I mean, in all realism, I only have one knife that I'm purposely keeping as one knife to use because I want to see how it fares over the year or two, and that is the Ozark Trail Model 8607 pound without the scales. So all the other knives, folders, everything, they're just really just for fun. They're not even used because this is a neck knife. It's always on me, and the others are attached to my pants or at my desk or in my car. So I'll use the folders because if I'm wearing like a jacket or something, it's easier just to grab the folder out of the back pocket or the fifth pocket. But anyway, I thought I would just make a video. One thing too, because I noticed I'm getting some subscribers, and I just have to put it out there that YouTube, well, first of all, I don't do YouTube for likes, views, or shares or anything. I do it, one, because it's fun, and two, because of, I just feel like my grandchildren, which that's why you'll see a lot of videos of my grandchildren or montages. I just want them to see something, especially the vlogs, because it's kind of like my daily life. I'm not a reviewer either because, one, I don't have the money, but two, I don't need to purchase so many things, and I feel like to be a successful reviewer, you have to keep up with products, and I don't want to get into the business. I don't want to run ads. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I want to do it just for fun. I'm still learning. I mean, I've loved knives my whole life. It's amazing, though, what you learn the more you get into it. And I'm definitely not a steel snob. I just realized that I'm not ever going to get my money's worth out of the Benchmates that I own. I keep the Benchmates, but I'm very slow to acquire a more expensive knife now. So when I get that itch that Metal Complex always talks about, I gravitate towards the budget brands. And it's funny because the Ozark Trails last year, and even the new Camillus brands, are Camillus knives for this year, last year and this year, they're looking much, much better. And they're coming out with like ball bearings, and they're centered, and it scratches the itch. It's kind of like my entertainment budget. So yeah, like I keep this just because I think it looks great. I have no desire to spend $100 on a multi-tool, no matter how good it is, especially with the failure of the Skeletal. Yeah, so anyway, so this is my current, pretty much EDC, not EDC, well, EDC. If I EDC these, they'll go in my bag, most likely, which I still have yet to make a video of. But this is my current multi-tool collection.